Hey you folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to the beautiful town of Texas City. Population still dramatically low. Of course, we expect that because we don't have tons of residential zones, and what we do is relatively high wealth, which means really low density, even once it starts to pop up some high buildings. But hopefully we're on the fringe of starting to get these guys to go up in density. Well, that's commercial, of course. Let's go look over here. That's not a very high value lot, but it is, overall, happiness is increasing. We have had one residential area here grow, the 1%er, so it is in the high density building, and still getting happy, so that's nice, although it's not bringing that many people. In fact, the population just dropped a little bit there. That maybe some more buildings getting transformed in the background, because of course what happens first is the buildings sort of empty, then get replaced, and then more people move in. Replacement people start to move in. Still plenty of moving trucks going around, so I think there's still plenty of time for things to start occurring. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, other than waiting for things to proceed, I'm a bit of a loss what to do. I know that I'm not happy with these roads. I'm trying to figure out still what I want to actually do with them. Should I turn it into some sort of circle to fit in here? Although that would take up a lot of room for not much in the way of gain. Yeah. I don't know. Rough to decide. I think I might want to increase the wealth here. Although, you know what? They're medium wealth. And medium wealth is pretty good to have a little bit in. I want some amount of variety. What are you guys? You are a medium density, high wealth. Actually, quite a nice building. You don't often get a chance to see the medium density buildings because often you're in a city which has a lot of low density, right, early on. And then later on, everything becomes high density. At least, I suppose that's the goal. What is this? Maison de Savaillon. Look at that. I don't know. Kind of interesting to see the graphics on the side of the building. Again, I don't think I often end up with a lot of high-class commercial stuff, and a lot of you guys probably do. I know people prioritize a lot more parks than I do, and that sort of prettiness and all that. Robbery in progress. I still want to do something neat with the middle here. These amphitheaters are not what I'm looking for. Maybe some sort of monument building. No, that's an interesting idea. Should we put a big sort of touristy culture building in the middle? Like something... that might work. I'm trying to think. Can we put these on an end cap? No, I don't think so. So how would we get... If we wanted it to be right in the middle of the screen, that would be hard to actually get things to line up exactly the way they want. The Willis Tower. Actually, that is really impressive looking, but I don't think what we're looking for. No, the Statue of Liberty, no, it's not even that big. The Empire State Building, obviously going to be massive, but again, I'm not convinced that it fits in perfectly. It's too bad all these things just give tourist attraction. Like, I want other kind of bonuses put in. How big's the Eiffel Tower? Look. That's pretty nice. I would be very tempted to put the Eiffel Tower in the middle of our little ring. That would definitely be nice. What else we got? We got stadiums, but I don't think I want to put that in. And other attractions, right, that's the amusement parks. Okay, we may go ahead and put in the Eiffel Tower if I can figure out a good way to kind of line things up. I don't think I'm going to put it in right now, but it's good to know. Meanwhile, our technology is... density is growing slowly. They should have plenty of places to ship their freight. No? Business is okay. Why only okay? Give me more details here. What's the news? Tell me what's happening. Business is bad. There should be lots of commercial places to ship your stuff to. I don't want to have to build a trade depot, though. And I really want all this stuff to become high density. I'm actually quite confused as to what's going on. Alright, we've finally cracked over 1,000 population. We've got the Empire going on here. We love the parks and activities around here. And again, there should be, there's lots of shopping right across the street. Is it high wealth? It is. So right across from the high wealth residents, we have a high wealth shopping center, so they're going to be fine. Buses are still very clumpy. Again, we're hoping that gets fixed for reals in the next patch, and we'll see what happens. No, I don't want the Maxis Man. That's for sure. What else we got? You going to throw the block party? Yeah, no, I do not need the money, so I would rather not manufacture the garbage. Oh, here's one of the things I could do. If I really want the my population to increase. Oh, I've already done that. Let's say drop the taxes. Let's drop them a little bit more and really encourage growth in the city. We don't need the money. We just want to see this grow. And, I don't know if we'll ever get to be a high population city for lots of reasons, especially the fact that we don't have that much residential in the first place. let alone the fact that, you know, we're such high wealth. But we could build a little road back here and put in a little bit more residential buildings if we want. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when these things develop. I don't mind the fact that there's a little bit of wasted space here. I'm going to keep some nice trees, and I think that's going to be nice. I mean, people want trees in their backyard, right? See, these just don't have any room whatsoever. We can start replacing some of these green space. In fact, what I should do is bulldoze this, move it over here, and allow us some extra room there. You know, it does look nice sort of at the end of the road, but even then, they don't line up exactly right. So let's do that. Bulldoze. Boom. Hopefully nothing will go down in value too quickly. Let's go and put the large fountain park over here. And oh yeah, it's there too. Now, I don't want to replace that building. I'm trying to find the notch. So it looks like this one here is the one I want to go to not accidentally bulldoze this building. And how are we doing for actual zoning? And let's go ahead and complete that zone there. Now, it is a little unideal for the buildings to abut the actual intersection here, but I think the main on-off of the building it's going to line up roughly around here. So, oh come on, you got enough room now, don't you? Actually, I'm going to bulldoze this and let them set up a new building and hopefully have one that lines up a little bit more favorably. I can get rid of that as well. And this fence, let me bulldoze this one more time. Oh, no, they were ready to come in. Oh, that. Oh, it's going to be a mansion. Or, no, is it really coming in with a high-density building right away? Why would it do that? Because I would have thought it would grow. Whatever way they use to track the zone. So it's not the buildings themselves that get the density happiness. It's the little zoning blocks that get put down. So even if you bulldoze the buildings, it's like this little block here that's got that memory. Because some of those were still there. So it still has the memory of, I want to become a high-density zone. Or at least medium-density zone. So that's very interesting. That's actually the first time I've seen that in practice. Huh. Which does mean if you end up in a city block where you've got, say you've got a high-density building here, another one here, and you've got an awkward little mini building sandwiched between them, you could bulldoze maybe the small one and the big one and hopefully get it to repop a big one here so that you don't have that wasted space. Interesting to think about. Alright, so there we go. So that's probably just, yeah, medium density, so it's going to keep increasing at that point, but alright, feeling good about that. Technology, or the city size still going up. We are losing money hand over fist, which again is not surprising. This is a real loss leader. This is like when, I don't know, Walmart puts up a sale. You know, and they're like so cheap that they're going to lose money on it, but they're doing it because they know that people are going to come in and buy more things. I would like another park over here. The big question is just how am I going to fit it in? We do have the balloon park. Why is my wealth value so low here? Probably have other crap going on, like the power station or something that is really screwing everything up. Oh, this actually brings it down. The airship hangar and the park and ride. Okay, they don't like that too much. I wonder, can I possibly jam anything in here? I don't think that's a possibility. Actually, I'm not sure these buildings can grow anyway. Well, maybe not grow in density, but I don't know, I suppose I should not stress out too much. Actually, I'm sure I can fit a skinny park in there. Now, I don't think any of the high wealth ones have, like, any super skinny options, or does this? Oh, it does. There we go. That's better. Because I wasn't going to use that space for anything anyway. And I should probably pretty things up around my university, although that's not going to actually impact any actual buildings, so it's not helpful. Over here, what can we do? Oh, that's like fire station stuff, or I'm not sure. Fire station, ambulance, police, some damn thing. So I could put this in here. What's this? Hospital. And you know what? I think we do have room. Oh, we don't. If I do that, it'll stop these from growing at maximum size. I could do this. Now, I don't know if that would impact traffic negatively. Actually, I'm not sure that people can drive to these parks. So it might be totally fine to do something like that and like that. We'll see how it goes. At the very least, it looks nice to have them flanked that way. So I'm some high-value parks, so again, we'll get some more mansions. Well, you get a slight population dip as these people replace the medium wealth with high wealth. No, I'm not going to build Big Ben here. And one monument maybe for the middle of the thing. We should get a fair amount of tourism from our ecology anyway. What is this? 5,000 residents. Listen, I'm working on it, but it is hard to grow these guys. So what is the whine about here? Worker shortage. Yeah, we just don't have the population, especially the lower wealth things. But they're supposed to come in from somewhere else. Not enough places to ship freight. I'm very much surprised at that. I would have thought we had more than enough commercial stuff to do that. I feel like we have a lot of commercial stuff. I don't know. We'll see if this continues to be a persistent problem, in which case we'll reevaluate. I'm not sure what tech level, if the tech level has to ship to particular types of commercial districts. Because that might be a thing. We might have to reevaluate some of our zoning for commerce. I don't know. That feels really unlikely, and would also annoy me considerably. Okay, so you want some sort of building, which I'm going to almost certainly say no. Yeah, no thanks. I'll keep like dismissing these. I don't think they repeat if you've turned down a particular building. Yeah, I will build the Eiffel Tower at some point. Don't worry about that. Good. Okay, more growth. These continue to be residential areas that are growing. Okay. Good. Yeah, because we do need some more people, because apparently we're not getting that much from the arcology. And really, if I want to get more people, I should be tolerant of like lower wealth zoning, because then I'm going to get a good number of workers. But I was really hoping to just be able to cram in the high wealth stuff as much as possible. We need work now. There should be plenty of work for you. I'm confuzzled. Things aren't working quite as well as I'd hoped. I'm still considering creating more road connections, and I haven't decided what to do with these guys. They look weird. I mean, I like the center of the city. You know, if you sort of clip it like this, it looks great. I really like what's going on here. It's just those edges. If I turn this and connect it here, I think it would look less dumb, but I'm worried about the traffic. On the other hand, we don't have much of a traffic problem at all right now. Now, should I just do this for cosmetic reasons? Well, why else do you play SimCity? Well, sometimes you play SimCity to beat the game, but sometimes you play SimCity because you want to make something that looks nice. We are going to turn down the Dr. Vu for sure. No thanks. And what do you want for fire? Fireworks? Yeah, no. I'm worried, actually, that these repeat every time I, like, reload the game, and if so, that would annoy me. So I should just ignore them from now on. The Houstonian, or Houstonian. Value, density is good. Population keeps going up. And that's the thing, actually, I don't feel like there's much for me to do. I really should just let, I don't know, the game run wild for a while until we have to start tweaking things. How is the arcology status? Is it like all maxed out? Yes, full density. It still says it needs power. Look at the number of shoppers, workers, students. And, you know, people kept warning me that the arcology is going to ruin the traffic, but I have yet to see that. In fact, I want more traffic. We have a direct connection. Like, honestly, send more and more people my way. How much power does it need? Not water. I don't know. Let's try to increase our power output just to see what happens if it eventually reaches a kind of a cap. God, we're losing so much money. Now our excess goes well above where we need it. We're just going to put one more in there just to make sure. So this probably won't tick instantly. But let's watch for a minute. I do like the way the arcologies look. Like, I might live in something like that. I guess the only problem with something like this is like the elevator time. To go from the bottom to the top would suck. Modern industry develops in the city, less smelly. Excellent. Okay, that's good news. I don't know how long it'll take to actually register. And how's the highway actually coming into the city? We actually... What? Look at this bus. We do have some bottlenecks happening. Tourist buses? Alright. But they're mostly empty. Couldn't find designer watch store. Couldn't find chic galleria. Does it tell me what wealth level they are? No, that just says they have money. They might have just timed out on their entry to the city. That might have been the problem. And because overall, like, the traffic is not bad, which in a sense means great success, but it's hard to judge because our city is still so damn small right now. Are we still generally growing? It's hard because visiting the city is actually... Okay, we get a lot of visitors. Seriously? All the commuters? I guess we must be doing okay. The population is low, but we've got lots of workers. And these are growing, as long as they keep having places to ship to, which is really key. Silent gas. Silent but deadly, I guess. Gaston's. Everyone's making lots of profit. Yeah, they'll grow eventually. It's just a question of letting the time tick by and let the game play. Someone's got a fire going on. What's the education level of my house? Everyone should be relatively well educated, yeah. Density is low. We're okay. Do you have a park within range you can play at? I guess, like, these guys would have to actually drive a fair bit to get to a commerce place. I should probably stick in a little bit of commercial right here. Alright, I have to D-zone first. And then bulldoze. I don't think I have to bulldoze that one, but I'm going to do it just to make sure. And then I'm going to stick in a little bit of commercial. Just to give these things something shop at. What are you complaining about? Oh, you probably want recycling. Yeah. No, because then I just have to worry about doing some shipments and stuff too. Why did I get a house there? It looks like that should have been a commercial area. Alright, so now we've got some commercial shopping. These people will be able to hopefully walk there. And that's one of the other things, right? If you keep alternating the zones like this, you can encourage people to walk much more than take vehicles. Now, all these people are going to have to drive to work, which is not necessarily the end of the world. And presumably they've also got buses for long distances, assuming they take that. I mean, the high wealth people do like having their cars and driving places, and they're like, oh, I can't be bothered to do public transit. That's for all the smelly poor people, right? Yeah, they're snobs. They do recycle, though. Alright, so we've got some vacant businesses. Oh, this is a great name. Gastronom nom nom nom. I probably said one too many noms. TGI Mondays? Oh god, there's somewhere I would not go. Like, ugh, Mondays? Although, I don't know, on Mondays you do need the extra help. So if you can have, like, a little restaurant, go out for dinner on Mondays, you feel better about yourself. Something to be said for that. I like the way that, like, the video effects blur. I don't know if it's going to translate to YouTube. But, like, the swirling blurriness they put in when you move around like that, like, that's not automatic. Like, these various artifacts, and when you, I don't know, there's a few others. When you zoom, like, or you move around, there's a motion blur. It's all post-processing, and it's interesting to decide to add that stuff in there. I'm sure you can turn it all off. I turned off the, what do you call it? That's like one of the very first things I did in the game. Is... not just filter, because there's different filters. Tilt shift, yeah. Alright, so if we put the tilt shift back on the standard, it's where you get the blurriness on the top and the bottom, which is not... yeah, especially in these sorts of things. Actually, I don't mind it too much. I don't know if they turn down the effect or if it's just I'm more used to it, but it does look kind of nice. Actually, I'm really not seeing it. I wonder if I have to restart or something. But yeah, it makes the top and bottom blurry. It makes it look like you're looking at models instead of, I don't know, like full-size buildings, which I think is a visual trick that really works in this kind of game. It's almost like a skeuomorph. Skeuomorph is a term that is, like, it's a piece of technology, for example, that looks like something else. Like, when you open an address book on an iPhone or something, well, that's a bad example, or a calendar, you know, and it looks like a calendar. Like, it's got, like, the leather, the faux leather texture applied to different parts of the screen. That's an example of a skeuomorph. Or, like, if you've got a phone app on a modern cell phone that looks like a really old phone, that'd be something. What is this? Crowdtech refrigeration. Upset we needed workers. They might actually go down. I was really hoping to get more workers from out of town. Quite surprising that it's being so difficult. What do you want? Need more tax income. No, we're fine. It's fine. We're only losing 20,000 simoleons an hour. What could possibly go wrong? We can always load another city and just move our stuff from there. Not enough places to ship freight. And that is the second one. Come on. Like, why can't I bulldoze this thing? There we go. That's really weird. Toggled out and in. Oops, not region view. I wanted city specialization. Like, I could put down a trade port, which, I mean, trade ports get the job done. But I did not want to dedicate the space to that sort of thing. I could go and put a little trade depot somewhere. It takes a lot less space. Although still, like, that space that I would like to use for something else. I don't know what. I guess I could put it right over here. I don't think that would be too impactful. So that'll give industry somewhere to ship freight. It doesn't ship it out of town, though, I don't think. I don't remember. We'll see if it stays full, if that becomes a problem. Yeah, an actual trade port, I think, would work better. An airport also works for shipping trade out of town. I guess, actually, I'm going to put some more trucks down as well, so that when... Okay, there's something... I can't double-click. There's definitely something jacked with my interface going on right now. I was trying to double-click to open the edit mode, which normally works. Part of the problem might be that I'm rendering video in the background. Maybe SimCity is not appreciating that. So yeah, I'm going to put trucks down. That way, as soon as there's a commerce place that is willing to accept freight, they'll be able to get it there as soon as possible. But I still feel like, especially with the new freight model where the commerce buildings need freight, you should be able to import and export freight from these little places, and it kind of annoys me that you can't. Because then you could make an industry-based city that's not based on extracting of goods from the ground, but lots of industry that produce a lot of freight, and then you could sell the freight and get money that way. And I'm surprised they just haven't done that. Life's good, saving up money to buy a bigger house. Well, that's great stuff. You know, and this is getting big. Hopefully they're going to be okay. Maybe there's something else going on that, you know, I hadn't really realized. I might... Wow, that's a hell of a graphic artifact. It's spilling over the road. Maybe my game's about to crash. I'm going to try connecting these roads up. I was going to say, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to handle the grade. Yeah, maybe some angles. Oh, no, don't make a corner. There we are. So sort of like a winding mountain path, you know. So we'll see what that does with traffic as well. It's easy to replace later on if I decide that it's undesirable. No, that's not going to work at all. So let me bulldoze what I can without destroying a building here. Looks like a lot of people making U-turns. Well, no, that's not to be surprised. I mean, they leave here. Actually, I'm not sure why they're making so many U-turns. Can they not? Yeah, see, they can turn left from here into there. I'm not sure why they're getting that problem. Oh, probably the same problem that they have now, where they get here and the building's already full, so they're like, oh, we're going to go somewhere else. Which, again, patch 7 should fix. It'll be really interesting to see, A, when that comes out, and B, if it does anything remotely close to what's been promised. Because if it does, I'll be impressed. They are certainly promising a lot, but if they can deliver, it's going to be fantastic. So, I mean, there's some extra green spaces we could fill up with some more stuff, but I don't want to overfill things. I do like, you know, I do like nature. I'm not anti-nature. Let's go plant some trees, just to prove how much I like nature. I would like these to be just like solid green as much as possible in all these little gaps. Make big trees over here. Come on. Why are you guys so unhappy? We're miserable. Low density. They're being very unspecific about why they're miserable, though. Don't they usually have, like, very explicit reasons for being miserable or not? Water's okay? We're at 0-0. We are buying, though. Yeah, there's more available, so we're still okay that way. Power, obviously, we've got lots. Sewage treatment is definitely fine. Arcology, now operating. Okay, so I don't know if it was actually properly sending goods before. Again, it's my first time actually playing with the arcology. Got crime, of course we have crime. Worker shortage, well, cause, couldn't find work. We've got worker shortage, and at the same time people couldn't find work. Is the distance too large? Is the traffic too bad? That's it. These guys may just be way too far away from anything. They do have to make quite the trip, right? Up here, over here, and then there. I don't know, it's not that far. They should be able to reach eventually. Could have run a road down here and see what would happen. You know, go from here to there. I want to avoid, like, creating shortcuts. And I'm worried about some bottlenecks. Speaking of bottlenecks. Well, that's because everyone's looking to turn left. It's still not as bad as it could be. I guess we do have a lot of commuters. So given how many commuters we have, we're doing okay, but I don't know. Hey, we're up to 3,400 people. That's good. Bigger cities, bigger buildings are popping, and that's it. At this point, it's still very much a waiting game. And normally, I don't think you experience it this way, because normally you're also waiting for money. So there always feels like there's a little bit more to produce and construct. But here, we've skipped the waiting for money phase. Oh, I think this means this one's not going to be able to upgrade. We'll see what we think. It does risk creating a big shortcut, but I don't think there's going to be that much traffic interested in that. I mean, yeah, the people who I would prefer to drive up here and then over here might shortcut, but I don't know, might alleviate some of our sort of a work connection problems. Empire, under construction, the Houstonian. Still not that many huge ones, but we're doing okay. Fire situation, 0. Good. Deaths per day, currently at 0, which is great. Criminals, we certainly have a lot of criminals. And, you know, a big part of that problem is all the people from, I don't know, wherever I have Dr. Vu's tower. Let's get some more helicopters. Just to see if that can help keep the crime low. I mean, overall, we're doing okay. How many prisoners do we actually have locked up? 33 of 120, so we're far from being full. Crime has the upper hand. I don't know if that's true. Murder in progress. Okay, that's not great. Where are my cops? Oh, there we go. Just got arrested. Alright. The system works. Hopefully before there was an actual murder. I like this one. It's kind of lopsided. Like, they've got these hangy bits. And I know that... I'm trying to get in the angle. I know that actual buildings, in reality, have this kind of stuff. And I always look at this and say, what kind of architect, A, thought it was necessarily a good idea, but obviously they pulled it off with, you know, the math and physics and whatever. And it astounds me that that's a thing. I love this building. This is possibly one of my favorite buildings. I love the angle of it. It's the Remington sky. Like Remington, like the razor? I mean, it kind of looks like an electric razor head, doesn't it? I think. The 1%. Very similar. Very similar basic construction, although one's taller than the other. They're both high density, high wealth. Yeah, just slight variance. And I prefer this one. I think it's all the blue glass, as opposed to this kind of teal look. Oh, look at the purple on the back of this guy. That's really neat. Oh no, we've got injury. Well, we've got good ambulance service. We should be okay. And everything continues to tick forward. Anyway, and mostly watching, but I think I'm going to bring this episode to an end. And I might keep running it for a little while longer, especially since I'm not doing much in the way of construction right now. I'm going to go have a snack and let the game run itself. And next episode, hopefully things will change a little bit. I'm actually hoping for traffic jams, so that I've got, problems to debug. If I like somehow made a decent road layout like on my first try, well, that would be dull, wouldn't it? No, we want chaos. Hopefully we don't go bankrupt while I'm having a snack. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.